Hi guys! Today I would like to share my recipe of a common Chinese home dish, the tomato tofu with ground pork. So let's get started. First, let's crush some garlics and peel them. Once they're all peeled, we'll put them in a clean bowl and set them aside. Next, we will cut our tomatoes, and we want to cut them into wedges. When you're done, put all the tomato wedges aside and we'll need them later. Then I do a quick rinse of the tofu and cut them into about half-inch squares. Tofu is pretty plain, so we will be cooking them for some time so that the flavors can be absorbed. And so the size of the tofu squares are directly related to the amount of time you need for cooking them. If you're short on time, you can cut the squares a little bit smaller for the flavors to be absorbed sooner. But I think half-inch squares are a good size for having some texture while not taking way too long. Set them aside in a bowl when you're done cutting them. And then we'll start a pan on medium-high heat. Pour in a little bit of cooking oil and put the garlics in. Garlics cook very easily, so you want to put them in while the oil is still cold so that we don't burn them. When they start sizzling, you can fry them a little bit until the garlic smell comes out. Then we'll put the tomato wedges in and fry them until they become nice and soft. When they're nice and soft, make a hole in the middle and put the ground pork in. Fry the ground pork until they're separated and mostly cooked. Then we can add soy sauce, some ketchup, garlic powder, some salt, and some white pepper powder. Give it a good stir and mix them well. Cook them for a little bit so that the ground pork can absorb the seasonings. Then it's time to add the tofu squares. Once you put the tofu squares in, you want to add cold water to it until it reaches about 2/3 of the height of your ingredients in the pot. At this point, you can turn the heat to high heat or leave it at medium-high heat is fine also, and wait until it boils. When it starts boiling, turn the heat down to medium and just let it simmer. What we're looking for in this dish is that the tofu is full of flavors, so let it cook until about 2/3 of the liquid is gone. You can always try a piece of tofu to see if it's ready, but when it's ready, you'll notice that the tofu squares no longer have the sharp edges, and some might even have little holes in them. That just means that they have taken in all the flavors and are ready to serve. And now it's time to enjoy this super yummy home-style tomato tofu with ground pork. Hey guys, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video, and this home-style tomato tofu with ground pork is a very common dish, and most of the families have their own recipe. So this is my recipe that I shared today, and if you do try it, please let me know how it turns out. I know some of you are not crazy about tofu out there because I've heard comments like, tofu has no taste, it's weird, and things like that, but trust me, after you've simmered it, you've given it time for it to take in all the flavors, it's great. It really is great. So anyways, let me know what you guys think if you do try this recipe, and please leave me a comment below. And also, if you've enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more easy homemade Chinese food and sometimes my creation. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye!